This is Gadget Stop 321. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing two Platinum pens, the Platinum Preppy and the Platinum 3776. Now you may say that is not a fair comparison, and you're right. This is a sub $5 pen compared to a around $200 pen. You can get these, if you order directly from China, it's around $100. So we'll say anywhere from $100 to $200 versus a $4 to $5 pen. But the reason I want to compare these two is just to see how the writing experience compares between these two pens, because these are both very good quality pens. For a $5 pen, this is the Platinum Crystal, the complete demonstrator, no color at all to it. This one was a $5 pen. I want to see how the writing experience compares. Now, I'm going to be using Pale Blue Dot. This is, I haven't used this. The only time I've used it is I put it in my Pilot Pereira and did a little writing sample for it. This is the only writing I've done with Pale Blue Dot. And Pale Blue Dot was one of the inks that came in the Voyager limited edition set. And I've used all the others quite a bit, but not Pale Blue Dot. So I thought I'd give it a try today. I've put it in both of these pens, and you can see I had a little accident when I was inking them up. There's a lot of green in this, so I'm curious to see what it's going to look like in something that's not a stub. Okay, these are both cartridge converter pens. I'm going to start with the Platinum Preppy. And I think they're both fine nibs. I know the 3776 is, and I'm pretty sure this one's a fine. I don't think it's an extra fine. Another thing that these two pens have in common is they have that slip and seal system. There's a cap liner that is spring loaded so that when you snap the cap, that spring holds the cap liner on there tight. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and this is the type of nib that you'll find on a Platinum Preppy. It's always kind of reminded me of a Lamy nib, just the shape of it. So let's check this out. Let me get my glasses on. Make sure we're still in focus. Now, I'm not going to put what size it is. I am 99% sure it's a fine, but I'm going to have to go back and check. Okay, it's fairly smooth nib, not buttery smooth, but considering how fine it is, not bad. Let's compare it to the 14 karat fine nib on the 3776. A much fancier nib. Let's see if the writing experience is how much different it is. Now, yeah, this feels much finer. I don't think this is a medium. I could be, I don't know, but this puts the 3776 puts down a much finer line. Okay, let me see. I'm going to do a little scribble here. There's not a lot of difference in the feel of the nib on the paper. When I was doing the scribble, the Preppy felt smoother, but when I was writing, the 3776 felt smoother. So I'm basically going to call this a tie. So let me hold this up here. Yeah, you can see in the loop here, that looks quite a bit wider than this one. Now, the nib that you have on the Preppy is the same nib that you're going to find on the next step up, the Plaisir. The Plaisir, I think, runs around $14, $15. It's, if you're not crazy about a pen this light, all plastic construction, the Plaisir is just like the Preppy, except it's got same nib, same plastic section, but the body and cap are metal. So if you prefer a metal construction, the Plaisir would be the way to go. Then the next step up from the Plaisir goes back to being a demonstrator, but it's just a little fancier demonstrator. It doesn't look as disposable as the Preppy. It's got like a metal clip. It looks, you know, it's a little fancier demonstrator. You can also get, I forget the name of it. It's like a PL5000 or something like that. It's a pen with, it's not the exact same style and nib as this, but it's similar to this one. It's more this style with a gold nib. So you can get a gold nib at a fairly affordable price with kind of this style. It's a nice entry-level gold nib. And then when you bump up to the 3776, you get the fancier looking nib, and that you can get limited editions, and they can get fairly expensive. I got the least expensive finish I could find, and I've been really happy with it. It's a nice looking pen. But as far as the nib on the paper, if you're wanting a fine nib, the 3776 is the way to go. And you can get, there's even a step down from this, extra fine. The Preppy, I think, just comes in a fine and a medium. So I don't think it gets any finer than this. But Platinum is one of my favorite pen brands. They just sell good quality pens at all price ranges. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.